China's economy is looking more stable. In fact, domestic survey by HSBC. The bank's purchasing rose to 50.8 in June. Keep in mind, a reading above 50 shows expansion, and it's the first time since December that HSBC's PMI has been above that level. Now, it's an encouraging sign for Beijing, which rolled out measures to spur growth in recent months. But analysts aren't holding their breath for a strong recovery just yet. Employment continued to fall this month, while contraction in China's property market is also adding to the economic drag. Now, one of the new policies out of Beijing to support the economy is actually commonly seen in developed countries as a measure to support an aging population. And after 3 decades of the one-child policy, the number of China's elderly is growing fast, and that has led the government to launch a pilot program with reverse mortgages. For more on this, we turn to Jane Lee in Shanghai. Jane.
Well, reverse mortgages are common in many developed countries around the world. You've likely heard of them in the U.S. It's a deal generally for older citizens to use their home as collateral to receive regular payments from insurers. And this may sound a bit morbid, but a reverse mortgage may be a good deal for those who live long, as the payments usually continue until the mortgage holder dies. China's insurance regulator announced that it will start a 2-year pilot program in July, covering 4 cities, including here in Shanghai and Beijing. The program is for Chinese citizens who are 60 and older. China has been exploring new ways to support its aging population because even for people who have a pension, the rising cost of living here means those pensions won't necessarily be enough to cover expenses or medical bills.
Now, Jane, culturally, isn't it generally the case in China that the younger generation looks after the parents and supports them? Why the need for this reverse mortgage then?
Right. Well, indeed, filial piety is a key part of the social fabric here, but rising cost of living creates a challenge, especially when China's longtime one-child policy means there are fewer children to look after the parents. According to official figures from February, China had more than 200 million people over the age of 60. That's 15% of the total population. And this is creating a huge demand also on so-called silver industries, including senior citizen homes and communities to support the elderly. But we'll have to see how popular this reverse mortgage pilot program is and whether funds from that will further support this new silver industry.
All right. Thanks so much, Jane Lee, live in Shanghai.